Welcome back, Wolfpack! Verlis here to the end of this week's Fan Fridays, and Kins is bringing back a classic all-status Curse Snorlax. Let's go. Let's watch a victory through only status moves, no attacking moves whatsoever. It's been a while since we did this. I started the trend. Fan Fridays, I think, picked it up once or twice, and now we bring it into Pokemon Sun and Moon. We're gonna see how bad it gets for the opponent after this one. So yeah, we have Banette coming in. We also have the Snorlax. I don't know what's the combo, how we're gonna make it happen, but it's gonna get pretty fun. So Banette's gonna frisk, find some fun things, and then we're gonna go into it. Now, Mega Banette, getting the Mega Evolution immediately does kind of benefit. You know, I think like the all-status Banette was kind of one of the ones that started this, because just swag play, Thunder Wave, well, not swag play, but, you know, like get swagger and you do some hateful things. It works out pretty well. But now we have a Prankster Snorlax. Where's this? Yeah, like, why aren't we seeing this more often? Because Banette, immediate Prankster, gets the effect of Prankster in 7th generation, so you can have any Pokemon become a Prankster attacker immediately. It doesn't, in fact, I guess it doesn't count for that turn technically, but you're very safe in getting that onto the Banette. And then, now the Snorlax can heal or stockpile. Get tanky or just heal under that. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So you can like rest if you need to. Shuckle comes in. What is Shuckle going to do to help build up these stats? Oh, it's going to guard split, right? Shuckle is going to come in on that guard split, which means now all those stats that Snorlax grabs are just going to get exponential, and that's pretty crazy. So Zap Cannon doesn't do anything to Snorlax. Does get that 100% chance paralyzed, but like not the worst that could happen. And Shuckle's actually going to Toxic. All right. Making the all-status team kind of work out a little faster in a different way. That's cool. And, I mean, Shuckle's also tanky. Like, you know Shuckle's going to be around for more than one turn. So I guess you can get that Toxic flowing, kind of get a feel for what's going on. There's a lot of focus on Snorlax right now. Eventually, things are going to get pretty crazy. So Snorlax going to stockpile again. I mean, after that, it rests, and it never dies. Can definitely happen. So that's going to be 3 stockpiles. We've already seen the amount of damage that a Stab Zap Cannon from one of the highest special attacking Pokemon can do. Thunderbolt onto Shuckle, not going to be a lot either. Actually, that's mostly because of the Sandstorm. Sandstorm with Shuckle's rock typing actually going to give it a boost. Fancy. And there it is. That was the guard split right there. So now, oh man. So, not quite half a Shuckle, but like, for the special defense, Snorlax already has a high special defense. Like, 3/4 of a Shuckle at +3. That is the Snorlax right now. Doesn't care about the paralysis. It has Prankster. It's going to rest anyways. And it's about to really suck for the opponent right now. Oh, it's Chesto Resto Snorlax too, just to make sure we get up and at him as fast as possible. Stone Edge though, that's what it takes to wreck the Shuckle. So Tyranitar comes in, finally cleans it up, gets that Shuckle out of there, and then Thunderbolt onto Snorlax. That's a Thunderbolt from a Vikavolt, guys. I know that Snorlax gets tanky, and I know that there's all kinds of shenanigans going on, but I never thought like in a fair fight, I never thought I'd ever see a Vikavolt do what, 20 damage? That's hard to believe right there. And eventually Sandstream's gonna wear away. Like Sandstream is kind of hurting Snorlax the most, and Snorlax has Recycle, so it's gonna recycle the Chesto Berry, which means effectively like 1 turn rest, and then there's Shuckle with your Trick or Treat. I wouldn't be surprised if I just Scarf Shuckle Trick or Treat just to make sure. Tyranitar's Earthquake going to come in. Now that's split damage. Going to try to hit this Did I say Shuckle? I meant Smeargle. Smeargle comes in, does Smeargle things, has access to everything, survives the Earthquake. Vikavolt getting really lucky with that Zap Cannon. But that's the damage. And even though Snorlax always paralyzed, that's why you recycle. Like, recycle Chesto Berry. That's stupid. That's just stupid amounts of healing. That's full health with 2 moves. And then Curse. And this is where it happens, guys. This is how you ruin the opponents. Now, Vikavolt is cursed. And, oh no! Double curse! Transformed Snorlax! Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, because, like, wasn't the first time, was it with the Smeargle or was it with the, Gourgeist? And Snorlax, ooh, Snorlax barely hanging on. But see, that's tankiness. Like, the opponent threw everything at it. Wasn't enough. And then the curse will start to affect the Vikavolt as well. And I mean, with the Chesto Resto, with all that fun stuff, like, I guess Smeargle just doesn't get that Chesto Resto, but it's still gonna rest. Still gonna, like, how do you deal with that? How do you knock out 2 Snorlax that are as tanky as Shuckle that have +3 in each defense? Like, a crit fighting type move would be about it. Lumberry. No! It's not Scarf, it's Lumberry. Of course, if you're going to be doing the transform shenanigans. That's just wrong. That's so wrong. You just Lumberry, Trade Berry, Chesto Berry. What? Alright, how much damage is it onto the Snorlax? Also, we get to see like the difference in damage rolls, I think. So Snorlax took 12 damage, and Smeargle took 11 damage. Damage rolls matter, guys. And then Vikavolt still doing like no damage. And then Tyranitar finally goes down to the poison. And now, whenever Smeargle wants to, it can Prankster Curse. Like that's actually one of the sickest things ever. Like if you could see it breaking down that way, is that you double curse like 2 new Pokemon, 2 fresh Pokemon that come in, and then you just double rest. Like everything has to be done in tandem with this team. If it isn't, I'm very disappointed. Now this could be some problems. Got some Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade with fighting type moves, crazy. Now the good thing about having 2 Snorlax on the field is that means you can crit one, but the other one is still going to wreck your day, and then Smeargle takes this as an opportunity to get that recycle in, find the Lumberry. Snorlax, going to recycle, going to find the berry as well. Just wrong. So Gallade actually going to come in for that Psycho Cut, which is a strange decision. But I mean, even when you look at that, like changing that into a close combat with double damage, it's still not going to do anything. And then Vikavolt, it's on its last little legs right now. It can't do anything. I was about to say, please stall it out. Just like go to full hit points, let Vikavolt die, and then just have it to where you can curse both opponents at the same time and watch them die in tandem. Alright, Smeargle used rest. There's the Chesto Resto on the Smeargle. How nice. It's so tandem. It's like the most beautiful symmetry I've ever seen in Pokemon. That's so cool. And then you wake up, and then you recycle, and then you actually don't even need to recycle. You just curse, and then fun things happen. So Gallade, Psycho Cut. Ooh, there's the crit. I guess he's actually intentionally using the Psycho Cut to force a more often crit. But that was it, guys. That was the Psycho Cut crit damage. That's the most that Gallade can do to a Snorlax, and he needs to do that constantly. So that's going to be the Vikavolt going down, and now we're on to Sceptile. Oh, this is where the fun begins. This is where things are about to get fun. And also, like, Smeargle has lower hit points than the Snorlax, so Snorlax is even harder to KO on those Psycho Cuts. So there we go. Halved hit points, curse happens. Halved hit points, curse happens. Ah, it's so cool. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in Pokemon. I love every bit of it. So Sceptile comes in with the Leaf Blade, and that will be enough. Did it crit? No, like Leaf Blade has a higher crit ratio, I believe, right? And Psycho Cut comes in. So it's 2v1. Snorlax is still looking healthy. Crit would suck. Crit would very much suck. That's going to be the double curse right there. And man, like it sucks that the Leaf Blade also did that much damage to the Smeargle. Like we've been seeing Pokemon not do anything, and that's gonna be a rest on the Snorlax as well. Cause you gotta chance it. You gotta. I mean, you can't chance it. Cause like that'd be recycle, and if there was a crit any time, that'd be pretty bad. So Snorlax was at like 90 hit points. Leaf Storm does or not even 30, 19, and then that's gonna be the Psycho Cut. And Psycho Cut didn't crit, so. It's a tough call. It's honestly a tough call on what you do in that situation, because like you recycle, but if one of those crits, you die. And if you rest, you have to be asleep for longer, and you can't take any action, which means you can't like rest into the sustain again. But I mean, that's how much damage is happening. That is 38 combined damage for the turn on an over 200 hit point Pokemon. Ooh, I mean, the opponent has the right thing to beat this. High crit chance. Curse coming through. Like, this is actually a really close battle because of all that. Now, the opponent has properly trained his Pokemon as well. Like, the hit points are uneven, so that means it's not like insta-4 hits or insta-4 turn win. It would take like a double crit for the opponent to win, maybe. Snorlax wakes up the next turn, and you just rest anyways. So yeah, Leaf Blade doesn't do enough, so I think that should be it then. And then Psycho Cut comes in. And yeah, so Snorlax, see the rest works. Like even though you have the Chesto Resto, crazy recycle shenanigans, you don't necessarily need to use it because you can still just do whatever. So now Gallade, going to be it. All right, there we go. It's the last turn. Snorlax just needs to wake up and rest. Boom, woke up, used rest, and that should be it. That's it. That's game. Nothing the opponent can do right now. Double crit, doesn't matter. He got some crits anyways. He got the crit on the Smeargle to kind of make it matter. And yeah, like I said, you can't get enough of those odds. And the opponent is like the most equipped to deal with this right now, running 2 high stat Pokemon that are using improved crit chance moves. That's just kind of wacky. That's just kind of wacky how the opponent stumbled into that one and it worked out. But there we go, guys. One of the greatest strategies, retold, redone, revamped, fun. That's just some good old fun right there. I think that's an amazing way to close out Fan Fridays. So if you want to be on Fan Fridays, please submit a battle code down below. Check it out. Maybe you'll get featured. If not, you know, you still get to enjoy some fun stuff. So guys, enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend. Have a great day. Have all those fun things. And I'll see you guys next week for Fan Fridays.